talk about how you can play a song called Left Hand Free by Alt J. And we end up capoing this on first fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in root position just in case you don't have a capo. And it starts out with this cool little licks actually around some chords. And we start on an E major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G first fret, second finger on the A second fret, and third finger on the D string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on taking the pinky and adding it on the G second fret. It can be kind of cool to use an E sus and kind of say some stuff around that. Or you may dig on lifting off the third finger of the E and making that an E7 chord. Or you could even add in the pinky on the B string third and kind of give it a little bit more bite. And then from the E we can go to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second, second finger on the high E second, and then the third finger on the B string third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, it sounds a D major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now around Ds in general though, it can be cool to lift the second finger, always a fun finger lift, make that a D sus2. Or you could even add in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended and kind of say some stuff around the D. And then from the D, actually this kind of gets implied by the bass line, but you could kind of work an A major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B string second. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the third finger and making that an A sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the B third for an A suspended and kind of say some stuff around that chord. Or you may dig on an A7 sus, doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, and kind of working that, sounds more unresolved. Or you may dig on kind of taking the A major chord and lifting off the second finger and making it an A7 just to give it a little bit more bite. Or you could even switch your fingers if you're slightly fitted and put 2 on the B string third, pinky on the high E third, kind of give it a little bit more bite that way too. And from the A we'd be going back to our E major. And if you're just starting out, actually you could work kind of a down count on those chords. Kind of E2, 3, 4, D2, 3, 4, A2, 3, 4, E2, 3, 4, E, D, A, E. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. The weird part is those chords kind of feel like they're halving. So you may want to do the E with a down, down, up, and D with a down, down, up, A with a down, down, up, E with a down, down, kind of just half the pattern. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can kind of split the pattern between the chords by doing E with a down, down, up, and then going to the D for the up, down, up, and then A with a down, down, up, and then E with the up, down, up. So E down, down, up, D up, down, up, A, down, up, E up, down, up, D down, up, D up, down, up, A, down, up, E up, down, up. Or for myself, a lot of times I like to add basses to a song like this too. And you could kind of take the E and work a low E bass, even just thinking bass down, up, down, just to kind of practice that a little bit. So you have E with the low E for the bass. On the D, you have the D string for the bass. And then on the A, you have the A for the bass. So you can even work it as kind of a bass down, up on each chord. And E, down, up, D, down, up, A, down, up, E, down, up, D, down, up, B, down, up, A. Or you could add the basses in with the halving idea. A bass, down, E up, down, E bass, down, D up, down, A bass, down, E up, down. Or another strum pattern that I was really digging on through the tune, something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the E and do a down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, 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 up. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. Now what can be very cool with that pattern is you could use just half of it, just the down, down, down up on each chord. A down, 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 D, down, 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 D, down, down, A, down, down, D, down, down. Or you can add basses to that and make it a bass down, down, up. And you have E, down, down, D, down, down, A, down, down, D, down, down, D, down, down, A, down, down, D. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can kind of work the basses into that around a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. And it can be really cool to kind of half that pattern between the chords. So you do the E with the bass, down, down, up, and then go to the D for up, bass, down, down, and then A with the bass, down, down, up, and then the E with the up, bass, down, down. So E bass, down, down, B up, bass, down, down, A, down, down, B up, bass, down, 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 B up, bass, down, down, A, down, down, B up, bass, down, down. There's some cool licks, especially on the intro though, that kind of work around those ideas. Where you can take the E and do a bass, down, down, up, and a D with a bass, down, down, up. And then you do this cool little where you play the open A, first fret on the A, second fret on the A, and then the open E, and then back to the E for a down, down. So if you kind of dig on that, you have E, down, down, D, bass, down, down, up, O, 1, 2, open E, down, down, up, E, down, down, D, bass, down, down, up, O, 1, 2, open E, down, down, up. And later on, you hear where there's almost more basses actually, kind of the E, open D, open A, E, and then you'll hear this cool little tag where you could go second fret on the G string and do a hammer on the third fret, and then open B, and then open E. And I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking. I'm using the pick for the G string, middle finger for the B, ring finger for the high E. Might be a cool little lick to kind of throw in. E, D, A, E, be repeating that through our verses until you kind of hear these cool little tags at the very end where we go to a G major chord. Normally you do this first finger on the A second finger on the low E third, and third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, and kind of working that for your G major. And at the very, very end of kind of our verse chorus phrases, you'll kind of hear where it kind of goes into a G major with our whole strum pattern, and then our A for the whole strum pattern. Although sometimes you'll kind of hear on the A where you may want to work just a big down and kind of kill the strings, or just A and let it hang. So you may want to play around with that. G, A, kind of an idea at the very, very end of the verse choruses. And then we'll basically be repeating those ideas until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we'd be going to a C sharp minor. Now, if you're just starting out and you're trying to avoid bars, though, you may want to think about using a C sharp 5. And you could do first finger on the A, 4th fret, third finger on the D string's 6th fret. And if you play those two together, that sounds a C sharp 5 power chord. Or normally you would do a C sharp minor by doing 4th fret bar, second finger on the B 5th, third finger on the D 6th, pinky on the G 6th. If you strum all those together, that sounds a C sharp minor chord. It sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on lifting the pinky and making that a C sharp minor 7, or even adding in the pinky on the high 7th. Kind of working that really basically do our whole strum pattern on the C sharp minor for the bridge, and then an E major, and then we go back to C sharp minor, and then we go back to E major, and then you kind of hear the main verse chorus kind of come back in after that. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on an E major, you're starting on an F major. So you could kind of take a capo, and if you take the capo and put it on first fret, then now your E major is really an F major chord, and your D is really an E flat major chord, and your A is really a B flat major chord, and the G major is really an A flat major chord, and your C sharp minor, which will now be setting up to 5th fret as a bar, is really a D minor chord. So that's a little weird through that. But you could work that any of those ways actually through that intro. You could work the down idea, E, D, A, E, or you can do the down, down, up, up, down, up. Times, and then we go to our G major chord, and then our A major chord, and then from there, then we go right back into our verse chorus again. So we got our E, D, A, E, D, A, times, and then we hit our G major, and then our A major chord. And then from here, then we go right back into our verse chorus, but now we just do our progression twice. So our E, D, A, E, E, D, A, E, our G, A. We're going into a little solo part, so we kind of repeat that same progression twice. E, D, E, D, A, E. From there, then we're going into our bridge part, and you can work that with the bass down, up, up, down, up. And on the C sharp minor, you'd have the A string for your bass, and on the E, you'd have the low E for the bass. C sharp minor. Or if you're digging on the 16th with the basses, you got the C sharp minor, E, C sharp minor, E. From there, then we'll be going back into our main verse chorus twice before our GA. So our E, D, chorus again. So, and now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before we hit our GA. So E, D, A, E. Now there are lots of different ways you can kind of approach this tune too. You know, feel free to kind of take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you. Or if you know the licks around these chords, feel free to throw them in, you know, kind of make it your own. I'd really want to play an E, make people clap. But that's the basics of how you could strum through Left Hand Free by Alt J. So good luck! wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there's probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.